Hello, this is my first part of my Chapter 10 assignment where we had to make labels for the three different label styles. My first choice of the two products that I chose was a 1998 Nissan Silvia S14 car. The reason I chose this because of the Silvia name is the original name over in Japan. Here in the United States, we knew is the 240SX, but identical car otherwise. My first label, as you can see in front of you now, this one is my persuasive label. I kind of went with a aggressive kind of sex appeal, not quite sex appeal, but like it definitely appeals to like anybody who wants a sports car or something that looks mean and aggressive. As you can see here, I have a picture of the car from the front with the very aggressive looking headlights and whatnot, with a very aggressive stance. And the little quote here says, because kids don't put up posters of a Prius. And basically the whole point of this is to try and convince people that if you buy this car, you'll be seen as aggressive and like powerful, or it's a cool car. It's meant to be a cool car, and that's the whole point behind it. The next one is the informative ad or label. What this one shows is, again, shows a picture of the car, but kind of in a more neutral state, with the Nissan logo and the name of the car. And then it gives some basic information here, like powertrain, transmission, wheelbase, dimensions, like length, width, height, blah blah blah. And then the overview of like where it was built, what is it named, stuff like that. Interesting information that, like me as a car guy, would be what I would want to know in order to kind of get a general overview of what this car might offer. And in this information and a picture of it would make me want to do more research and see if I wanted to purchase it. So this is my informative. And then finally, this one is my greenwash, or my eco-friendly, I guess you could say. This picture, the whole point of this picture is to show, again, the car kind of in a neutral state. The actual picture had just been washed, as you can see with the bucket here. But again, the water on it makes it look natural, and just makes it look very pretty, as well as the big tree in the background and the kind of the warm neutral colors. Everything is supposed to be more natural looking. The quote here says featuring or efficient, and that's just the name of the engine, the code that Nissan uses. 2.4 cylinder. 4-cylinder engine. That's the whole purpose of putting 4-cylinder in there, because 4-cylinder engines are known for being efficient, as it is reiterated that it gets 30 miles to the gallon and has 200 horsepower. Again, kind of appealing to the car people. It is supposed to be a sports car, so it's not like it's completely ignoring that, but it also shows that yes, I do have a 4-cylinder engine that gets good gas mileage. So it kind of answers to the whole green movement and the people who want the green side of things. So it kind of answers to that. Hello, this is my second part of my Chapter 10 assignment. The second product that I chose was a smartphone. I know it's kind of a stretch because you got Apple iPhone sitting in front of here, but I chose smartphone to make it work with S. My first ad that you see in front of you now is my more persuasive ad. I went for more of a traditional Apple ad, where it's just like a blank background with the product sitting right there in the front. Here at the bottom you have the actual name of the product and their logo, and then just a quick quote that grabs your attention when you need to express yourself. And that's basically talking about you can have your black, the white, or the rose gold, just to basically grab the attention and say you have choices and you can choose which one best expresses you, rather than just having one option. My next ad would be the informative ad, or label rather. This label, I kind of went more for something that you would actually see in the store, on like the product shelf. Like you were at AT&T or Verizon or Best Buy or whatever, you would have a picture, like you'd have the product, the actual physical product, like up top here, and then you'd have this piece of paper below it with a picture of the product, just kind of giving a quick example of what it is, and then the information provided, as well as like pricing and everything like that. Obviously here I used the three different iPhones, kind of going back to the same thing as this here, the 8 and the X. Same thing basically. My final post or label is this. This is something that I kind of used in order to greenwash the product. I couldn't think of anything that would make the product more eco-friendly. I mean, it's a cell phone, so it was kind of difficult for me to come up with any information or ideas about that. So what I decided to do is to try and touch into a more emotional thing. Basically, I went and found a picture of a girl. Now, if this was an actual ad or label or something, obviously I would not use a stock photo. I would make sure that it was actually a clear, nice photo, but just for the project's sake, I needed something that was simple. So I found a picture of a girl playing with a phone. I don't even know if that's actually an iPhone or not, but it works. Using cutting edge technology so you can relive the best Mother Nature has to offer, and it's just a girl sitting in a park looking at her phone, basically kind of giving the reader or the looker, however you want to say it, the mental idea that she took a bunch of pictures and now she's going back through them and reliving them, and then Apple by iPhone, or iPhone by Apple, and the logo. So pretty simple. Basically just trying to touch on the whole loving nature and enjoying it, and even though it's a cell phone with cutting edge technology, you can still enjoy the best that nature has. Thank you. Have a great time.